So look, for property investors that are looking to pick up something that has good long-term growth potential and maybe at a reasonable price at the moment, ignoring the CBD units, if we're looking at houses or other areas where it's less dense, are there some pockets that you would recommend investors to have a look at or at least put on their radar?
Yeah, Mike, I mean, for me, Hamilton is an undervalued suburb at the moment. Hamilton South and Hamilton East has always had that really good growth, and not saying Hamilton is going to be a cheap suburb. However, it's always going to be driven and in a similar way to Hamilton South and Hamilton East. I think you can still find a really good value in Hamilton. Get a home that maybe hasn't been renovated, has had the same owner for 20 years. Do some work to it, and I think you're going to find some really good growth without, you know, smashing over $1 million for a purchase price.
Yeah, that doesn't sound cheap in Newcastle because Hamilton's a fairly prestigious suburb. But for investors that have seen that the opportunities in Sydney maybe aren't there, $1 million is pretty cheap for an investment.
Yeah. Well, you sub $1 million to get into Hamilton, absolutely. But I think the growth, it's just driving out of the city even further as well. And Hamilton is going to be a suburb that will continue to grow. I think if you got in now, you'd be pretty impressed with the growth in the area.
And we talked off camera about the Hill, which is perhaps a little known suburb outside of Newcastle, but it's quite prestigious. It's quite hilly, hence the name. But there's some very impressive landmark properties in the Hill. But you think there's opportunities to pick up some bargains there as well?
Look, I do, and by bargain I don't mean that it's going to be $500,000 to get in, but compared to other suburbs in the surrounds, I guess Cooks Hill or Newcastle East, you're still right in the city, but you're still finding a lot of properties that have less competition on them at the moment within the Hill. I mean, for me, it's just an up-and-coming suburb, even though it is one of the oldest in Newcastle. I don't think it's as developed price-wise as it could be, and it will continue to grow as well, being so close to everything. Look, I think that's a great place to start as well. I mean, it's got the traditional features of terraces and things like that. I think it's a great suburb to get into that it hasn't quite reached its potential yet.
Awesome. Some great insights from the man on the ground there from Luke. Now, if people want to get in touch with you, what's the best way to do that, Luke?
Just call us at Harcourts Newcastle. My details, my email and all of the rest will be on our website at Harcourts Newcastle.
Beautiful. Thanks for joining us.
No worries at all.
Pleasure.
Thanks, Mike.